Hey guys, Mr. Hanford here. I want to talk about some things I saw at the tournament that could really help to improve some of not only our students but some of the other students. And some of those things are our stances in our forms. We talk about being consistent, whether you're being taught that it's here and here, or if you're being taught that it's here with all toes facing the front and all toes facing the front. As you're running through your form, a lot of not only our students, but other students that I saw, I'd see them they'd come here, back stance, height. But their first stance was here with all toes forward, because we practice coming from here to here, all toes forward. Or let's talk about the very first step of your form. Bow, ready stance. This foot doesn't move. And then, as you go from here, this foot stays straight, because that's as it should for us. Once it's going straight for our front stance, then it will stay straight, almost like your toes grip in and lock in so that your foot doesn't move. So we need to find those stances. Continuing on with that same form, Paul Gay 1, you'll see back stances, boom, lined up, and then boom, not lined up. You see that's 4 inches off. And then it might stay still, but you just had an inconsistency with our stances. How about hand techniques? Hand techniques. I'd see middle knife guarding blocks here, and then on the other hand, it'd be nice up on our solar plexus. So we need to make sure that it's consistent with each side. With each side. Something that we do at Lions Karate, a low knife guarding block goes on our belt knot. A middle knife guarding block is on our solar plexus. Other schools, some schools, teach a low knife guarding block is still on the solar plexus. Mr. Gillenwater taught middle knife, low knife, middle knife, low knife. So the judges aren't saying, oh, they're doing it wrong. If you come in for, say, Paul Gay Ojang, and you're here, but when you do this side, you can't be up here if your first one was down here. And then it's the same thing at the end. So they see it again. They see it again. Or in Paul Gay 2, Paul Gay Ejang, the judges are looking for consistency. If I run the form, if I run Paul Gay Ejang, and I just kind of slop through it, well, you saw the first technique was here. The first technique was here. The next technique is here because it's middle knife. Like I said, for us, low knife, middle knife. If I'm just kind of slopping through it and walking through it, the judges are going to say, well, that person obviously was just lazy. But if I'm focused and intense and I come here and I go, then they're going to be able to say, hey, they're focused and intense. That wasn't just being sloppy and lazy. That was right where it was supposed to be. We have a couple forms in our black belt forms that we do that some of the things are a little different. In choreo, there's no chambers for our techniques. So we come here, one-handed chamber, boom, bam, kick, boom, bam, kick, boom, bam. So it's one-handed chamber. Where in all the other forms we're taught two-handed chamber, boom. Same thing with some of the other techniques in that form. But if you're running it crisp and precise, then it should be looked at as that's how they were taught. That's the proper hand position. So same thing with their stances. They're saying some people are taught this way. If it's going to be this way, you better make the next one that way too. You have to be precise on your techniques. You have to take the time to be precise. I'll say complaining with Ms. Bond about how I've been talking to our advanced students about needing to improve, needing to get better stances, needing to put more effort and intensity into their forms rather than just walking through. Side kick, back fist, front stance. You see a lot of our students, parents, please watch this if you ever see your student practicing at home. And then they just step into this. Sorry, I made too good of a front stance. When I did this, or too good of a back stance. When I made my stance like this, that was too good of a back stance compared to what we see sometimes in class. When it has to be Paul Gay 5, boom, bam, bam. Crane stance. Woo. Side kick, back fist, re-chamber. Re-chambering. You'll see a lot of people here and then just flop down, or Paul Gay Yukchang, middle knife, kick, and just flop. It brings their back heel up. We don't want our back heel up. Parents, I know you guys don't know these forms, but please watch your students do these forms. If I can teach you guys, you adults, look for back heels, look for not straight front stances. When I say a front stance means my weight's on the front. Back stance means my weight's in the back. You can tell if somebody's weight's in the front or in the back. Please pay attention to that. So overall from the tournament, I think our students did a good job. I think there's room for improvement, and that over the next few weeks with some effort and practice at home that we can improve, so that on March 8th we'll be ready to go out there and whoop them and move up in place. Maybe take more firsts and seconds this time. All right, I hope that helps. Parents, please help, and we'll see you soon.